Good morning. Good morning. It is 2:50 a.m. I am on my way to the gym, and I'll date this video just a little bit. The video, it's 2018. We just finished celebrating Thanksgiving, and I'm going to the gym not because I made a ton of bad decisions yesterday. I'm not even going to the gym because it's part of my routine. I'm not going to the gym because I need it. I'm going to the gym because it's my primary source of power. You know, if you want to have a big day, you got to have a big morning. You know, how you start your morning off is going to typically detect or depict how you're going to have the rest of your day. If you wake up with a Facebook kind of morning, you're going to end up with a Facebook kind of problems, and you're going to get to see everybody's issues and trials and tribulations. And that's not the way that you go into power. I started thinking about a quote, and you don't hear it a whole lot, but I was listening to something this morning, and it kind of resonated even stronger with me. The old saying, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. You know, for us, it used to be, you know, we used to have pagers and beepers. You'd walk around with a pager or a beeper, and the beeper or the pager wasn't even turned on. You had no power to it. You would just hit the button on to make it sound like somebody was beeping you or paging you. You wanted to appear as important. And one thing I'm a firm believer in is that success is whatever you deem it to be. Success is whatever you deem it to be. Your idea, your concept of what success may be is not going to be what mine is. That's why when my kids, and especially our oldest one, tells us what he wants to do, he is defining in his own mind what greatness is. I don't have a rebuttal. I don't have a request. I don't have a question other than, good job. Go ahead and do it. Now, if you start seeing somebody making requests and saying things that they're going to do, but they never follow through with it, then it's time to sit down and have a talk. But fake it till you make it. That was the theme. That was the theme of the 80s and the 90s. I heard recently a saying, Saul, keeping it real will keep you broke. Well, keeping it real will keep you broke, and fake it till you make it kind of fall along the same lines. What they're basically saying is be something that you're not. See, we live in a very transparent society nowadays. There's too much social media to not be who you are. It's real hard to keep up an act, to put on. With all these different eyes around. So they say fake it till you make it is played out. Why is it played out? Because people want transparency. You got almost 7 billion people in this world. You telling me you can't find 1,000 people that can relate to you? That can identify with you? Most people are tired of being alone. They're standing in a room full of people. It's because they still have the theory and the concept of fake it till you make it. A premise that has since done played out. It's no longer relevant. Now it's be who you are. It's a cycle. It's another cycle. We're flushing out old ways and moving into a new one. You know, fake it till you make it. It's similar to, like, you know, when you get a call right now, you get a call from a 602 number, but the person who answers on the other line, it takes them a minute to get to the phone. You could tell that they're still trying to connect it. They didn't expect you to pick up. It was a robo-dialer. As soon as they pick up, you already know it's telemarketing. And don't let the person have a voice that sounds like it's foreign. Because how your friends call you, how your family calls you, there's no delay in the conversation. It's, hey, Jermaine, how are you doing? Hey, what's going on, bro? Hey, what's happening? Blah, blah, blah. Depending on how you interact with the people around you, is going to be how that conversation is going to go. But what I'm saying is you've already been trained to see and to hear a telemarketer. You could see them coming a mile away when they're on the phone. Which doesn't make sense why people still do that. Because there's no way in this day and age I'm buying something from somebody I don't trust. I'm not buying something from somebody I don't trust. And how do I grow to trust you? Fake it till you make it. That doesn't work anymore. And I've lost so many people for the simple fact that I just never even grew up in that ritual. And now I'm living in an era where the things that I talk about aren't necessarily appealing to everybody. It's not appealing to everybody to hear about God. It's not appealing to everybody to hear how you should work out and take care of yourself. It's not appealing to everybody for me to come out and tell people about my past. And it's not appealing to everybody, but there's a small portion of people that I connect with because I'm not faking it till I'm making it. I'm just saying, hey, this is me. This is me. So when you run across me and you're curious about who is this individual I'm talking to, well, you know my background, you know my history, you know what's going on. This is me. I need you to trust me for me. I need you to want to deal with me for me. I need you to know who me is because I like who I am. And I'd much rather be transparent with who I am and run the right people off while still keeping around the right people. Even if I run off 20, I keep one or I keep a half a person. Fake it till you make it was a colloquialism used to say, hey, people are stupid. You can act however you want. You can pretend however you want. And never have to worry about being responsible for that. The day and age has changed. Now we have this video that can bring you a real live person. And the last thing you want to hear about is somebody who is doing it at an extreme level. I'm not. I've been taking you through these video journals for the last 2 years. Showing you my journey. Because it's not always so bright and shiny and clean on the other end. It's not always easy. But hell, I can respect the fact of knowing that Kobe Bryant doesn't just come onto the court. He gets up out of bed, he goes into the kitchen, he has a bowl of Wheaties, he sits down after the Wheaties, then he goes and plays with the kids, and then he dreams about what he wants to do, and then he steps on the court and he drops 50 points on the Knicks. That's not reality. But it used to be people didn't want to be pulled into his reality. Because his reality was he'd be up just like me, driving down the road to his arena just like me, stepping into an arena or to a locker room to get dressed up just like me. Then he steps onto the court just like me, by himself just like me, takes 10,000 shots just like me, just to come in there and hopefully elevate his game to the next level. To sacrifice his time with his kids. So that his kids, right? Sometimes we got to give up on certain things. Sometimes we have to just give a little bit. And sometimes we have to recognize that the generations to come can benefit off the things that we actually put forward. But people are still stuck in the fake it till you make it generation. A keep it real will keep you broke. But what about teaching your kids to have value? I'm not saying be assholes, because nobody, I don't care how much substance. We were just talking about Des Bryant with the Dallas Cowboys, who's now with another team. Great wide receiver, similar to Terrell Owens. Great individual on the field, probably even a great individual off the field, but ultimately had some type of asshole complex. Nobody wants to deal with an asshole. I'm not saying teach your kids how to be an asshole. What I'm telling you is teach your kids how to have value and respect for everybody. See, value and respect doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't cost the other person anything. It doesn't mean that you have to fake it till you make it. Doesn't mean you have to keep it real will keep you broke. That means you can keep it real and you don't have to fake it, because now you bring something of quality and value to the table that becomes a natural resource that they want, that they desire. We're no longer living in the generation and the age where everybody is going to like you and it's going to be evident. It's going to be very evident. Especially when you post something on social media and your friends and your family don't like it. But somebody you have never met in your life is sending you messages saying, thank you. God, you have no idea how I've been having these same thoughts, and to know that there's somebody else who shares these same thoughts and these same ideas or exist in this world. I thought I was alone. See, now having that kind of conversion rate or that kind of conversation with somebody beats out trying to be fake with 100 people and get a bunch of 100 likes on some stuff that didn't really mean nothing to you. So you have an option. You could be the real authentic you with respect. Or you can still live in that concept, I'm going to fake it till I make it. But the only person who keeps getting cheated in the fake it till you make it is the one who probably could have benefited off of hearing your voice and knowing what you were going through. I guess what I'm doing is I'm preaching to somebody, just saying, hey, why don't you try just being the authentic you instead of the one who wants to be liked by everybody? Because at the end of the day, how do you feel about yourself? Because if you don't feel like you've had any levels of quality throughout that day because you were trying to just get people to like you, then how did you really live your life? That's what I'm saying. Everybody's levels of success are different. They're custom tailored to that individual. I get it. But at some point in time, you have to make the conscious decision to say, I'm tired of living a lie. I'm tired of living a lie. and I want to make a change. And at the point that you can do that, that's when the purpose of life starts really opening up its doors and embracing you and accepting you into its folds and showing you all the goodness that it has. But not until then.